Hi, I'm Lisa, a practicing liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience in helping people find guidance through the cards. On this channel I talk about all sorts of witchy, spooky and mystical things that interest me and I hope will interest you too. Welcome to Beyond Authentic. Yes indeed. Oh, what is going on? Does this one work better? Oh, what's happening? One second, everybody. What's happening? There we go. Fixed it. Hello everybody, good evening, welcome to Beyond Authentic. It is Thursday evening, it is 10:05 here in the UK. Yep, I am a couple of minutes late starting, so apologies for that everybody. I am also going to be this is only going to be about an hour's long stream because I have had my COVID and flu jabs today and I am feeling it. I am telling you, I am feeling it. My arm is now dead, and everything is starting to feel a bit bleh. So we're only going to do about an hour. So that means if you want tarot readings, you're going to have to get in pretty quick tonight. So yes. Oh, I haven't got my tablet here. Normally I've got a little tablet on here which tells me the time and all the other time zones. So, and I haven't got that now. So apologies. Anyway, good evening. Who is here today? Let's have a look. Mariana Ivanisevic, good evening to you, my darling. Good evening to Ed. Hello, Ed, one of our lovely moderators. Good evening to Rhoda. Hello. Hey, girl. Hey. That was from a YouTuber called Zachary Michael, who does a lot of Amberlin Reed content. Patricia's in as well. Good evening, Patricia, my darling. I hope you are well. Melinda's in. Good evening, Melinda. It's 2:05 p.m. in Arizona. Is it? That's good then. Shopaholic. I know the feeling. Shopaholic is in. Good evening, Shopaholic. Oh gosh, look at that. Rhoda's straight in today with a $10 donation. So you will get the first reading, my darling. Once again, look at this. I've started the live stream without changing the bloomin' doodah thing at the top. This here, look, this here. So then we're going to use, I think we're going to start using the Trick or Treat Tarot deck tonight. I keep saying about it. And so far we haven't done it. I have redone the windowsill, which is kind of my altar space. Although I do have something that is going to go up here. I've just got some white shelves that are going to go up here, which will actually be my altar. So yes, we're going to use the Trick or Treat Tarot deck today. It's been about a year since I used it because, you know, we use it at spooky season. And then because it is so spooky season, it then just gets left on a shelf, which is a bit of a disappointment, really. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Because it is a really lovely deck. So we're going to use this one tonight. I do have the Rainbow Tarot and the Celtic Dragon Tarots on standby as well. So we're going to do both of those right then. So before I go any further, let me just whack that off. Before I go any further, I do have to say that tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, you do make all your own decisions about your own life. In fact, I've got a little video that explains all of the housekeeping rules a little bit easier. Are you ready? Before we go on, here's the housekeeping. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. If you're looking for support in these areas, please do seek out professionals in these areas. You do have to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading on this channel. And remember, please don't share private information here or anywhere else on the internet that you wouldn't want anyone or everyone finding out about now or anytime in the future. So that last bit's really important, everyone, right? Listen, I know we are a wonderful community here, right? We are a very warm, welcoming community. We are very, very supportive here. We're very lucky, and I've got very, very good moderators who keep it that way in the chat. However, even with our lovely community and even with our tiny little micro channel, please don't dox yourself, right? Listen, at the end of the day, it's really important that you look after your own digital footprint, right? Because in years to come, they will be able to look back and see what you've typed everywhere, what you've put in everywhere. We already know that how many celebrities get cancelled every other day or every other week because of tweets and messages that they sent years and years and years ago. Do you know what I mean? So just watch. It's not just going to be celebrities. As we grow older in years to come, AI will mean that every job interview you go for, they will be able to link everything back to you, all of your media accounts, whether you were on, adult sites or whether you were just, here on YouTube. So they will be able to work everything back. So do look after your digital footprint. All of that to be said, I'm actually going to take my little scarf thing off because I don't think I need it on right now. There we go. And it was annoying me around my neck. There we go. Right then. So for those of you that are new here, I'll put the banner on the bottom so you can see how we do readings and things here on this channel. But first of all, I do have a Snapchat. No, I've got a super chat in from Rhoda. So I'm going to do Rhoda's reading first. So Rhoda, your reading is coming up in exactly 17 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We have a super strong connection here. Right. Oh my God! Bear with. I just knocked my setting spray off my desk and it yes, there we go. My new desk has arrived. I haven't even started to put it together yet. It's a lot heavier than I was expecting. Anyway, nobody cares about that. So let's have a wee look. Rhoda, let's bring the cleansing with the bell. So we cleanse the space. We always do that in between readings, everybody. So if you want to know why I ring the bell, it's because the bells create vibrations and the vibrations clean and cleanse the space between readings. That's why we do that. Wispy, good evening to Wispy, our elemental air dragon. Good evening, Wispy, my darling. I hope you are well this evening. A little bit of a shorter shift tonight, but it should be good. We should have some fun tonight. I've got a good feeling about tonight's readings. So then, Rhoda, we want to know, Wispy, what does Chris, or how does Chris, who is a Scorpio, view Rhoda? What does Chris think of Rhoda? Let's have a look. Oh, 2 drops. Is that it? 2 drops. Here we go. So then, Rhoda, we'll do. So we do. I'll tell you what. We'll do the inverted triangle. Right. So then, Wispy, inverted triangle. How does Chris view Rhoda? That's what we want to know. So then, let's have a wee look into that. So where you are right now, 10 of Cups reversed. What you need to know, the 8 of Pentacles, and there we go. And what the potential future is. Oh, 7 of Pentacles. I do love this deck. It's so bonkers. It is such a silly bonkers deck. You'll see as we go through. Linking the 10 to the 8, we've got the 6 of Wands. Linking the 8 to the 7. Oh, we've got the Hermit. Now that's interesting. And then at the very base, we've got the Page of Swords. Right, okay. So, Rhoda, the question is, what has happened between you and Chris? Because in the where you are right now position, I forgot how flimsy these cards were. We've got the 10 of Cups. Now, you can see here, this is obviously based on the Wizard of Oz. But the 10 of Cups, if it was this way up, it would be talking about lots and lots and lots of positive emotions. This way round, though, it's it looks like there was some positivity and now it's gone. Shopaholic, I've got your message in. Thank you very much for your super chat. It looks like you were on better terms than you are now, Rhoda, because the 10 of Cups, when it's this way up, it's either somebody is yearning, so there's that absence makes the heart grow fonder type situation, or it's literally somebody's pissed off, right? Somebody's pissed off. Now, it does feel very much, because it is the 10 and because it is reversed, it does feel as if it's more likely to be the latter, that somebody somewhere has got their feelings hurt, basically. Now let's have a look. What you need to know, the 8 of Pentacles. Now, obviously, this is based on Cruella and the 101 Dalmatians. So this one we're looking at, you can see we're carrying through the sort of standard image and the standard message, because we're painting, and no matter, it's almost like no matter how many kids she face paints, there's still more kids to face paint. And it's that the 8 of Pentacles for me is that energy of kind of burning the candle at both ends to hit a target. Just do you know what I mean? It's like you want to keep going. You want to, like, literally, you're sacrificing large parts of your life to keep that work energy, to keep that growth energy going. Now, this is in the what you need to know, and I do question what this connection is with Chris and to how it may be, because this, how can I put it? Quite often with the 8, right, when we're talking about burning that candle at both ends, working flat out to meet targets and do all of that, it's kind of this idea of you're kind of on a hiding to nothing. Do you get what I mean? It's like the more effort you try and put into something, the less back you're going to get. So I kind of get the feeling that whatever this was, right, whatever the 10 was, whatever someone's pissed off, or whatever this disconnect is, it's still riding through. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's still here now. This doesn't feel as if it's like a reconciliation or any kind of connection to go back. It's like whatever this upset, or I do think it is upset, whatever this was, it's like it's done, it's dusted, and now it feels like if it feel, hang on, how can I put it? So because the 8 is all about like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, it's that sort of vibe, right? So I don't think that there is any room in Chris's life for you. Does that make sense? It's like either he's working flat out and it's all about the career and it's all about the money, or he's just firmly committed, I guess, to I don't know what the commitment is, but this is a full-on commitment. The 8 is always about the journey to the 9. So this is not a time for anybody to be coming back or starting over or apologizing and moving on together. There's none of that here. The outcome, we got the Seven of Pentacles, which is difficult choices. I don't know. I don't know whether there is. I'm just going to say it, right? If this card feels like whoever Chris is or whoever Chris was to you, that it was an emotional connection, right? So it feels very much like there was a distinct emotional connection. So whether you were together as a couple, I think probably looking at how the cards are coming up, I think probably there was a couple there. And then here we've got this idea that because it's what you need to know, I think Chris is like busily running on his own hamster wheel right now. So it kind of feels like it kind of feels like you split up and now you're wanting to know whether he's got an interest in you, or whether he's going to come back. The thing is though, this doesn't feel particularly fresh because it isn't the heartache card, and it's giving, I tell you what, it's giving the one who got away. You know, the fisherman thing where they catch a fish and they go, oh, we got this little fish, but you should have seen the one we could have caught. You should have seen the one that got away, that spit the hook out before we could reel it in. It's that vibe, because this Seven of Pentacles is saying, like, it's almost like oh, it's almost like there could be a reconnection, or some sort of work connection or money connection that could bring you back together. But this card is all about those tough choices. So it's almost like whatever this, it feels like, right? And again, this is probably isn't it. And apologies, everybody, I'm waffling and I don't like waffling, but it feels like I have been watching lots of clips from Grey's Anatomy and I need to go and actually watch the show, because I just watched the clips on YouTube, the little shorts. But it kind of feels like the two of you were workmates and got into a relationship, and then like that all ended, and so then like you moved company or moved to another office. And I'm not saying this is it at all, but now there's a chance for you to work on the same project, or to somehow kind of, it's like your roads were like this, then they went like this, and now there's a chance that the roads could come back to parallel, not as a couple though. So I don't know what this is, but it's almost like there's a chance you can work together, or there's a chance you could, you know, possibly even maybe, I don't think it's a friend thing. I think it's more professional, because it's a pentacle, not a wand. Anyway, linking the 10 to the 8, we've got the 6 of wands, and this is where it feels like whatever the split was, it feels like there wasn't that. It's almost like you had to divvy up your friendship groups. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like there was a separation, because the 6 is about community, wands is about security, self-esteem, all of that. And especially in relationship type reading, why is that such a weird angle? Especially in relationship type readings, it's almost like a friendship group. But this feels very much, because it's reversed, it's like that friendship group, either it's like a divorce. It either went with one of you or the other. It feels very much that friendship group kind of split. I don't know if this makes any sense, but hopefully, because we've got the Hermit, right? So we've got this splitting up of the friendship group, and then we've got the Hermit coming in between the 8 and the 7. So it's almost like, but the Hermit's reversed. So it's almost like, normally with the Hermit, we see somebody like exiting the wider society to gain some wisdom, gain some knowledge, and then, you know, further down the line they might come back into the picture. I don't think it's that though. It kind of feels like it kind of feels like, oh. Right, Wispy, give me that again. I don't know if there's been a booty call or a butt dial. That almost sounds like the same thing, doesn't it? Or like some accidental something. It feels like, listen, right? What I'm trying to get at with this is, it feels like there was a split, right? A massive split. And then for some reason, one of you didn't want to lose contact with the other, but you kind of had to, because you couldn't, whenever the split was, you couldn't be friends because it was too tough, too emotional. But it kind of feels like that connection's somehow, I don't think the connection's on the cards, but it's almost like I tell you what it's like. It's like you've messaged on Facebook, or I don't know if they still do pokes, but like you've liked a photo or something and then realized it was him, and that's got you kind of somehow like having a communication. Because this hermit feels accidental. Like it absolutely feels like you split and everything was divided up, and you kind of like, you had George and Bob and Chris had, Bethany and Richard, and that was the friend groups, because and that was how things went. But this Page of Swords, this is like, oh, I wish I could work out what it is, because it kind of feels like you're coming almost full circle. This feels like a mistake, in all honesty, right? Page of Swords. So the page is youthful energy. Swords is a hurdle. It feels like, I keep saying it feels like, I think there's either been an accidental phone call or some sort of work connection that's come in, where you've found yourself in contact with each other again, and it feels very much like that shouldn't have happened. Like the universe doesn't want you two to get back together. It doesn't, like, the two of you don't work together, and whatever this split was, it was so acrimonious that it's still lingering, right? But it also has this element of, if you can just remove the emotional connection, then work-wise, it feels like Chris is a good contact to have for work, but not for anything else. And I guess it's this thing of, if you can work out a way that you can still be each other's contact within whatever industry or whatever it is, or between whatever groups it is, if you can still maintain some sort of contact that isn't relationships. Thank you, Ed. Does that make sense? Because it really does feel as if there's no relationship here whatsoever. There is no, like, this was so bad, there's no hope of a relationship here. But this Seven of Pentacles, this is that, like, there's questions for moving forward and questions about growth. I don't think there should be any reason why the two of you get back together, right? There is nothing here emotional apart from heartache and distress. There is nothing positive emotionally here. So if there is this idea of kind of dating again, or seeing each other, or even sort of remaining friends, going out for coffee and all of that stuff, it's not advised. On a work level, keep it on a work level. Keep it professional, but don't let your heartstrings get stuck back in, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that is your reading. It doesn't feel, it feels like Chris views you as a contact, not a potential partner. Put it that way. I hope that helps. That felt really muddled. I do apologize. If I'm completely way off, because it's like Wispy's giving me something and it's a struggle to connect it fully, but if that makes sense, then that makes sense. If it doesn't, I do apologize. It just feels as if, listen, there's a reason that we don't go back back to the past. There is a reason. There's a reason you don't read a book backwards, right? There is a reason for that, and that's, hopefully that makes sense. Right, let me have a look in that there chat. We are small tiny cogs that the world needs. Absolutely. You prefer being invisible, less drama? Yep. I wish I was invisible sometimes. Oh, Rhoda, he was your first love. He's married. He's married now, so romance. Okay, so romance is a no-go. But we ran across each other's path and just wanted to know how he views you. He did exchange numbers with you, but there were some things I would like to talk to him about, but I don't want to cross any lines inappropriately. So you did exchange numbers. So there is a, what was that middle card? That 8. That, I think it's the 7. It's the 7. It's like there's a lot of choices here. Why did you exchange numbers though? If he's married and there's absolutely no chance. I mean, obviously, if you've got unfinished business, you do need to talk about it. Ed's good at blending into the background. Since when? With you, I mean, wait until you get your beads in your beads in your beard beads. Then yeah. Evening, Ellis. Hello, my darling. It does make sense. Thank you. Best to keep a low profile. He's lying, Melinda. He's lying. Ed doesn't keep a low profile at all. He's a Viking. He walks into a room and goes, "For Valhalla!" Or something. I should have done that. My arm hurts where I got my injection. It does make sense. You feel the same. No worries there, my darling. No worries. It's really confusing. Yeah. The 6 and the Hermit reversed. Just, yeah. I don't think there's any going back. And even to the extent of, if you need to talk to him about stuff, I wouldn't, I don't know, just beware of opening old wounds. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, thank you ever so much for your question. It is now time for, I've got another question in. So everybody, if you're wanting a free reading, hold on. After this reading with Shopaholic, after this, then we will be opening up another free round. So then let's have a look. How will things go between Amos and I? Will we have a relationship and or family? We are currently no contact. Oh dear. Right. Okay, my darling. I'm going to swap cameras and we'll get to your reading in 17 seconds time. All right, my darling. Oh, I've just dropped my coaster. Oh no. I just picked, oh, where's that gone? Give me a second. I just picked up my coffee cup and the coaster was still attached to it. Is that it? Yes, I've got it. Yay. Oh, hang on. There we go. Gosh, don't you hate it when that happens? Sorry about that. I literally picked it up and it went plonk. Right. Oh my gosh, we are fueled with coffee. Right then, Shopaholic, let's have a look for you, my darling. So then, Wispy, Shopaholic would like to know, how will things go between Amos and I? Or will we have a relationship and or family? We are currently no contact. Right, okay, let's have a look. Let's do your cut. I always want to say, let's do your cut and colour, because it feels like at hairdressers. Right then, let's have a look, my darling. So, okay. Why do we get so many repeats on this channel? You saw me shuffle, you saw me cut the cards, whatever's. Right, so we've got the Eight of Pentacles coming up in the what you need to know. In the we haven't. In the Where You Are Now. In what you need to know, we've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, well, that's confusing. Right, okay, so in the future potential, we've got the Two of Wands. Go on, Wispy, we'll do the inverted. Three of Wands coming in. Three of Pentacles coming in reversed, and the Root is the Lovers reversed. Right, my darling, listen. If you're looking for things to get back together, then unfortunately, my darling, this reading does not look like that's on the cards. I'll explain why. So where you are right now between you, this is the effort. Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of burnout between the two of you, right? This is that burning the candle at both ends card. This is that amount of effort that recently has been put into the relationship, but something has happened. The reason you're no contact, something has happened. Something has basically either ended it or something has dwindled. But it is kind of like, I don't know whether you are still hoping and still trying to run on that hamster wheel to try and keep things going, but I don't think it's going to have any effect, my darling. I think you are literally burning yourself out, running full speed to stand still, because in the what you need to know, we've got the Ten of Swords, my darling. Ten of Swords. Swords is trouble and strife, heartache, hurdles, obstacles, challenges. The 10, I always say that the 9 is full, the 10 is overflowing. So in the previous one, we had the 10 of Cups overflowing with negative and sad emotions. This is the ultimate. This is the in you can see here, right? We've got hopefully a stuffed voodoo doll. Hopefully it's not actually a person inside, but anyway, and you can see they've been stabbed by all of these pins, right? This final one through the heart. This is the card where the challenges are so big and so tough that there's no coming back, right? And this is what you need to know. So when you're no contact, I think that's likely to stay the same, my darling. I really do, because we've also then got the Two of Wands coming up. Now, twos regularly are about people coming together and partnerships and friendships and all of that. Wands is your sense of self, sense of security. So there could be a slither of hope that you actually can almost create a friendship. But in terms of a relationship, no. This feels more like you are going to need to lean on your best friend, or somebody really close to you. You're going to need to lean on them and get their support as you move forward, basically, because it really doesn't feel as if there is a hope for this particular relationship. You've got the Three of Wands that's linking the 8 and the 10. The 3s are about progression forward. This is in your confidence. So this is saying that actually it's like you need to start trying to move forward. You need to start trying to build yourself back up again. separate to whatever this relationship was with Amos, because it really doesn't feel, it almost feels like you split up, you know that it's over, you know that things have ended, but you're hoping beyond hope that there is still a chance. And what the cards are saying is it doesn't look as if there are, because we got the 10 of swords, so this massive this is not repairable, right? And we've got the 2 of wands, so you need to start that process of healing and moving forward. We've then got the 3 of pentacles reversed. This is about you not wanting to put that work in. You don't want to be over the relationship. It's like whatever's happened, it's almost like you need to have that emptiness. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's, for some reason, it's giving you a little bit of hope that things might improve. But to be honest with you, the 3s are about progress forward. This is reversed. And so this is like, I don't think you're moving forward. I don't think there's any growth here. And I think this card talking about, you know, having a friend and helping lift you back up, it's like you really don't want to. You really, really, really are digging your feet in and going, yeah, but actually Amos and me and Amos, us, we're Amos. And it's like your friends are going, no, it's done. And the reason I'm so certain that this is the case is because at the root of everything, right, at the base, at the root of it all, we have the Lovers reversed, right? This is showing you where the relationship is, my darling. It is there's a reason you're no contact, right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think you know, my darling, I think you know that whatever's happened, it's done. Because like there is nothing here. The heartache at the moment that you're feeling and all of this pain, it's like this is it's almost like you're holding on to it, my darling, right? You don't, and you can't let it go for whatever reason. The tough thing when relationships end and when contacts end, the toughest thing is to realize that it's over and to let go and to start then moving forward in yourself and in your own life. But that is what this card is telling you to do. This 2 of wands is literally saying, look, you can move forward, you can, you know, head back down a healthier road. You've just got to start. As tough as it is, these 2 3s, it really is like you're topsy-turvy. You feels like you haven't accepted the truth that the relationship is done. Because again, the Lovers card is coming up here and it's reversed. It's like, it's almost like you don't want to let that person go. So sorry, my darling, I don't think there is a relationship, and I definitely don't see any connection with family coming up at all, my darling. I'm so sorry. And I know it's probably not the reading that you were hoping for when you typed your question in, but I can only give you the answers that are on the cards. And literally there is nothing here with any real reconciliation at all, my darling. Sorry about that. I hope it helps. I know it probably doesn't feel like it, but I do hope it helps, and I hope you're able to move forward. But thank you very much for that, and yeah, thank you for your reading, and I offer you the very best of luck, my darling, moving forward. Right then, let's have a look in the chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, my darling. I'm really sorry. You love coffee. I am addicted to coffee. Addicted. You're like a perfect poison, small but deadly. Yep. In the past, you've chased off stroppy 6-footers. Yuck, that doesn't surprise me at all. Yep, that doesn't surprise me at all. But now you're just a little old lady, nice and kind and gentle. Yes, of course you are. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very nice and kind and very gentle. No, you are nice and kind. You are nice and kind. I just wouldn't want to cross you. I would put it this way, everybody. There is a reason why Patricia is wore a t-shirt when we met up that basically said something like, oh, I can't remember what did it say? I had a dragon on it. And it was something like, your first mistake was thinking I'm only a little old lady or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was very funny. It was very funny. You cackled so much that you scared Charlie Cat. Oh dear. You were taught if they were bigger and knocked you down, you sank your teeth into their ankles. That's a good motto. That's a good motto. You've mellowed now. Have you? God. I hate to see you back in the day when you were in your prime then, my darling. You're in your crone stage of life. I'm in my crane stage of life. Yes. I don't know what it means, but it must mean something. Shopaholic, it's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, thank you, Ed. Shopaholic, you've just asked another question about somebody else. Okay. I will read for you next now, my darling. I'll read for you again now. Okay, I will read for you again now. Okay, right. Let me have a look. Bear with me 1 second. Right then. So, Wispy. Let me swap the cameras over. Oh gosh, camera's not even in position. There we go. A little bit better. So then, Wispy. Shopaholic now wants to know about Skylar. What future can we see with Skylar? How many have you got on the card, Shopaholic? It's like you just keep men in your back pocket just in case you need one. Hang on. Right, so this is it's a $7, so that will be it's supposed to be a 3-card reading, my darling, for the $7, because it's $8 for the longer ones. I think that's what it says on the bottom of the screen, but I will do my best for you. Let's have a look. So, Wispy, what does Shopaholic need to know about Skylar? Well, let's do you I'll do you an inverted one. Right then. Let's see with Skylar. Let's see if there's any difference. 3 of Pentacles again. Wasn't that just reversed? I think it was. The Emperor and the Death card. Right. Okay. Hang on. Right. For Shopaholic and everybody else watching, the Death card does not mean anybody is about to snuff it or unalive or be unalived or anything like that, right? Nobody is kicking the bucket. Nobody is passing. Nobody is moving on. That is not what this card represents. This card, the Death card, represents transformation, change, and transitional periods, right? That is what it means. So this and the other card is the Devil card. Whenever these two come up, do not worry about this card, right? There are many times I've pulled the Death card in readings and people have gone away, and I've heard them talking to someone when I've done events, and they go, oh wow, she said this and then the Death card was there, so I'm really, really nervous. And no matter how many times I say it, this does not mean death. Okay, does not mean that. It does not. It means transformation. So hopefully you've got that right. That should hopefully make some sort of sense. Right, back to the reading. There we go. So this, just remember, transformation. The first major deck that I ever used when I was reading was the Connolly deck. and they actually had this card renamed, and it was called Transformation in the deck, and the Devil card was renamed as Materialism for that reason. So then, what is connecting the 3 to the Emperor? We've got the Page of Swords. Didn't that come up? That come up on the previous, not on your reading, on the one before. Okay. And the Lovers this way. What is going on? Right, we got the Lovers this way up. And then the Hierophant. Right, okay. Okay, so this is a very different feeling reading, Shopaholic. So it may well be that Skylar, Joe, do you know, I've got to tell you, my neighbour's dog is called Skylar. So yeah, just got to throw that out there. Right, let's do your reading. So where you are, the energy that's coming with you right now, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is the traditionally known as the apprenticeship card, right? So it's the card of learning. It's the card of learning a trade, learning a task, all of those sort of things. You can see here we've got these 3 children in trick-or-treat costumes, in Halloween costumes, who are, or 2 children and an adult, I think, who are basically stuffing this scarecrow. So that scarecrow, I think I said scarecrow. Scarecrow is what I said, but I meant scarecrow. So they are stuffing the scarecrow, right? They are learning, the kids are learning how to make the scarecrow really scary and do all of that Halloweeny stuff. So this is about learning, and this is about moving forward and learning about each other, probably learning about each other and what each other likes, right? Learning about what each other likes. What you need to know. We've got the Emperor. Now, I think this is probably saying quite a bit about the energy that Skylar brings, because the Emperor is all about authority figures. It's like he's the boss, right? He's the boss. He is the one that makes the decisions. He is the architect. He is the one that is in charge ultimately. Now, a lot of people find that incredibly alluring, that powerful men type situation, presidents and, you know, leaders. And I mean, there's a reason Elon Musk has so many exes. It certainly isn't his looks. It's probably down to the money, but you know what I mean? He's a powerful person. And the Emperor represents that authority, that powerful figure. So it feels like, again, this is what you need to know. It feels like that Skylar brings that sort of vibe, right? It might not have that outward arrogance and that outward control element. It may well be very, very, very just, you know how some people just have that vibe where it's like if they told you to get down on your hands and knees and bark like a dog, you'd maybe not do it, but you'd think about it for a second. It's that sort of vibe, right? Then we've got this transformational card with the Death card, and it is reversed. So there is a transition happening in the future, right? And this could be a change in your relationship with him. This could be a change in how it's basically the closing of a chapter and the starting of a new chapter, or the ending of one book in a series and then the start of book 4. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're closing one area and starting something new. Now, the fact that this is reversed is saying that whatever this closure is, whatever the thing that's ending is, I don't know whether it's something that is expected right now. Do you know what I mean? Because Lisa, stop saying, do you know what I mean? Because it's reversed, it feels like this transition or this transformation is coming out of the blue, right? It's coming out of left field. It's not something that you can probably see right now. So whether that is this idea of the two of you being in a physical relationship and moving forward, or not, I don't know, but it's something that is going to come out of left field. Linking the Three of Pentacles, this apprenticeship learning growth card, with the Emperor, we've got the Page of Swords. Now again, swords is trouble and strife, hurdles, obstacles, and challenges. So there is a certain amount of, there is going to be a challenge here between the two of you, and there is going to be a challenge kind of in maybe in allowing the Emperor to lead, right? Allowing the Emperor to lead doesn't mean he's the boss, doesn't mean he's in ultimate control or in charge. You just allow him to lead. That could be a little bit difficult, because what I'm getting is that maybe you are not easily led, right? And I don't mean that in a kind of, oh, look at this, come and buy this scam. No, I mean, like, literally, if Skylar's your dance partner and you're dancing the tango, it's almost like you want to lead and determine the direction of the dance, whereas that's the Emperor. That in a dance, that's what the Emperor does. We've got the Lovers coming up, linking the Emperor and this change card. So I don't know whether there's a possibility Skylar's either already in a relationship or just about to come out of it, because the Lovers is the Lovers. It is that couple relationship. Now, this could mean that it's the end of an old relationship for Skylar, or coming in with this Death card to come, this could be that the two of you are going to move your connection into that Lovers and that physical sort of space, because that would account for this change, right? And it's that sort of thing where if you say you're both kind of vaguely friend zoned, but you've got an interest in him, but don't think he's interested in that way, it's almost like he'll make a little move, and then this creates this big change that comes. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes a connection, because right here, right at the base, we've got the Hierophant, right? Hierophant's a really posh word to mean either the guru or like high priest or pope. It's that sort of very important figure, right? So if you imagine this as ye olde days, ye olde worldy castle days, right? Medieval type days, the Emperor is the civic leader. The Hierophant is the religious leader. You've got both cards coming up and echoing, so it's almost it almost feels like you think Skylar is absolutely the one to lead you, and that Skylar is in that authority position, not just as a civic leader, but also as a spiritual. So basically what this is saying is that you see, it's almost like you've put him on a bit of a pedestal, and you are, I wouldn't say secondary, but almost a supplicant, right? And which is in the standard image of the Hierophant. Let's hang on, I've got one here. In the standard image of the Hierophant, you see the guy on the throne. Quite often you see two people kneeling before the Hierophant, kneeling before, supplicating themselves, and basically almost worshipping the Hierophant. And I'm not suggesting that that's this connection here, but it really does feel as if, like, it feels as if you've got really big feelings for Skylar, and that actually it feels like, you know, you think he's the one and you want him to be the one. There's nothing here to say. I mean, we've got the Lovers, apart from the Lovers, which is one of the major cards, but apart from that, it's almost like you're going to need, it may be that you need to make the move to get this transition, right? This is the only bit I'm hazy about. Wispy, we're pulling one more card. It's the Three of Cups. Right. Okay. So, Three of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. This is emotions. The Three of Cups is often seen as being the sisterhood. I mean, we've got the Sanderson sisters depicted here from Hocus Pocus. But it's almost like it's about the sisterhood. It's about the three graces, the muses, all of this. It's a very good card to look at feminine relationships. And, you know, as I say, the sisters, but mainly it's about moving forward emotionally. And it really does feel like that is there for you. So basically, you just asked two questions about two completely different fellas with completely different vibes. Skylar, it feels like you've got a real possibility here of something with an emotional connection long term. Okay, I hope that helps, my darling. I really do. It does feel like a very different connection that you have with Skylar compared to, I can't remember what the other person's name was, I'm sorry, but yeah, it does feel as if there is a much deeper connection. That death card specifically, that reversal, yeah, it's like there's going to be some sort of surprise before that transition, that transformational energy happens. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Listen, we are still waiting for our first Beyond Authentic wedding, where somebody's come in, got a tarot reading about a relationship, and they end up splicing that knot. Oh, thank you. I've just seen you sent another $1 in. Thank you for that. So it really does feel as if there is a chance that this could be the one that we end up getting to wear our suits and have a Zoom call while we all sit and attend the wedding. But anyway, I hope that helps, my darling. Thank you ever so much for your question. I've just seen that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is. It's the end of a stage of life, the end of a chapter, the closing of a window and the opening of a door, as they say. Let's have a look. Yeah, profound change. Your nephew's name is Skylar. He's 38, married, named after a character on a soap opera. Is he? That makes some sense. Yeah, good. You definitely have had big feelings. Ooh. It is, Ed. It's already 11 p.m. And I think that is going to be it for tonight. Just a quick hour-long stream. So thank you to everybody for being here. Normally we stream for a couple of hours on a Thursday, but literally I had my COVID and flu vaccinations all on the same day today, all in the same arm. And I think that I probably need to go and have a bit of a lie down, because I had it done 12 hours ago, and it's now starting to feel like my arm is now thoroughly aching, and I'm starting to feel really muzzy headed. So I'm going to call it a day. We did say at the beginning we're only going to probably go on for an hour, but that is going to be it from us today. Let me just, why is that banner still on? There we go. So yeah, that is going to be it from me today, unfortunately. Alina Purple, sorry, my darling, I don't have time now. I'll be back on Sunday evening though, 7 p.m. UK time. So 7 p.m. UK time. And I'll be doing more readings, both free readings and donated readings. So if you do want to take advantage of that, come and see us again on Sunday evening. It's lovely to have you here though. Sorry, we just don't have enough time left now for any more readings. But that is it from me, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to all of our subscribers, and thank you to all of our members. They really help run and help me maintain the channel. And of course, a huge thank you goes out to the moderators, who literally I and pretty useless without. So yeah, thank you very, very much to them. And yeah, all that's left to say is stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll definitely catch you next time. Don't forget, you can always book a one-to-one reading on my website, beyondauthentic.co.uk, and stay tuned. I've got a discount code. That's it from us, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you again on Sunday evening. And yeah, take care. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.